I wanted to just touch base a little bit about this week's assignment. This week, one of the things you're doing is analyzing a secondary source, getting an understanding of what the primary arguments are, and understanding um, the expertise and potential biases of the authors. And this is one of the more challenging things as an historian to do, to really analyze who is writing as much as what they are saying in terms of determining whether or not a source should be used for your research. Many of you have talked about the importance of objectivity for good historians. And I think that's probably true. And if we believe that's true, it is really important to understand the perspectives of the historians we are researching. So, for example, if you were using, again, going back to week one, Zinn as support for your perspective, that would be a very different author than, say, using Schweikart, right? Now, if you could use both of them and then try to use analysis to show, hey, I understand their biases, but let's look for commonalities. Let's look for things that they both agree to. Then that's really good history. That's like telling someone, don't watch MSNBC for your news, don't watch Fox for your news, watch both and see where you can see if you can analyze the evidence yourself and come to a true understanding of what's happening. So looking at this is a sample from probably a year ago, one of my students. And I wanted to look a little bit at the different elements. First, you see the citation. It's a full citation. Please don't just give the link. They did, in fact, give the link at the end, but they also gave the full citation, which is great. Looking at the author. Here's the author. Here is what he does, where he works, the courses he teaches, the books he's written. You don't have to list every single book, but this person thought these books were important. And here's a kind of important sentence, right? This is a part where too many of us forget to really do this well. Oh, that was a mistake. Let's go back to this. I meant to highlight. There you go. It says, although it should be has, written books that aim at both anti-federalist and federalist constitution, he demonstrates that he does not favor either perspective. That's important. This person is saying that Michael Faber does not show an obvious bias. Great. We understand that. Here's the arguments. Notice, doesn't just give the primary thesis, but gives some of the sub-arguments too, and explains what they are. Yours probably doesn't have to be quite this long, but this is not bad. This is, you're going to want to make sure that you can show that you really understand what the author is trying to get through in their text. What primary sources did they use? Here we go. They used the Federalist Papers. Awesome. And then here's, I think, one of the most important parts and one of the more challenging parts. Is this reliable and convincing? And this is your analysis. This person writes, the source is reliable and convincing because the main focus of the chapter was to argue that James Madison was the driving force. And so it's the student himself, and actually in this case herself, explaining why this source makes a difference for their research. And why this source is one you can use. And then again, I guess the next step is actually connecting it to their research specifically. Here's what it relates to. Here's how it connects to my topic. If you can do all of these things, all right, you show that you understand how to analyze a source and whether or not a source should be used. Now, when you're doing if you're going to become an historian and move forward, this stuff would become second nature. Right? You would start to look at an author very quickly, check them out, and go, you know what, that's not a source I want to use. Or, okay, I trust this source, let's see if it connects to what I want to say. But it takes a little while to kind of internalize this, which is why we have you do this assignment this week. If you have any questions about this assignment or any other, please shoot me an email. Let me know. I'm very impressed with everything I'm seeing so far. Good luck. Stay safe. And I'll try to make more of these as we move forward. Thank you so much.